Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This is your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor, and today I'm going to talk about The Accountant 2, which was released in theaters over the weekend, and I went to the theater to go see it, so let's review. So, The Accountant 2 sees the return of Christian Wolf, everyone's favorite assassin slash person that is good with numbers, that is also on the spectrum. J.K. Simmons' character from the first film gets killed, and he basically signals his associate that takes his position after he retired in the first film. She gets a hold of Christian Wolf, and then he enlists the help of his brother, played by John Berthal, and now we have our movie. Now, I recently went back and rewatched the first film because I hadn't seen it since it first came out. And if you see my more recent review on this, you know how I feel about it. But overall, I really enjoyed that first film. Now we have the sequel to that film, which came out 8 years after the first film, which is a little bit long overdue, but we have it nonetheless. And generally speaking, I was kind of excited for this movie. Didn't think we'd get it, nor did we really need it, but I was kind of excited to see Ben Affleck and John Berthal and everybody else that returned from the first film come back and basically revisit these characters. How did I feel after seeing it? I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would. It's a more funnier than the first film, I'll give it that. And right now I'm still trying to figure out whether or not that's a good or a bad thing, but overall I really enjoyed this movie. Ben Affleck definitely slips back into this role as his character at a different point in his life after the events of what happened in the first film. After rewatching that first film, you can tell Ben Affleck he's a little bit more comfortable and calm the way he portrays this character. Like he just finally found the stride for this character because, like I said, this character is on the spectrum, so he's kind of socially awkward. He doesn't know how to pick up on social cues, and when we see that in this film, it is both hilarious and also aw. John Berthal returns as his little brother in the film, who he may be on the spectrum, but he is crazy as hell. It is like watching a bro version of the Punisher, and that's also kind of the reason why I was also interested in this movie because it was basically Batman and the Punisher teaming up. And I really like those downtime moments between the two brothers because at a point you do forget that this is essentially an action film, and when shit does hit the fan doing the third act, that's when the action really kicks in. But I really appreciated those downtime moments of just seeing them be brothers and rekindling their relationship and reconnecting with one another. Also hilarious just watching Christian Wolf try to get a date or try to pick up a woman at a bar. We also get the return of Mary Beth Medina, played once again by Cynthia Adia Robertson, and she basically picks up where her character left off in the first film. And it's also just funny seeing her try to do everything by the book, but she's working with trained killers. It's also crazy because I do remember seeing her in that first film when it first came out. I'm like, who is she? She's very pretty. And then I didn't really see her much afterwards. I mean, I know she played the CW's version of Amanda Waller in the Arrowverse, but overall, all really seen her in was this. And I know she had a role on The Rings of Power, which I dropped after the first season. But I really want to see this actress in other things, though. It's Daniela Pineda because I do remember seeing her in a lot of things prior to this movie, like the Jurassic World sequels. I know she was on Cowboy Bebop, but this might just be my favorite performance from her because she has to do a lot of action related things and she does hold her own, and she is a great actress in her own right. And I do like how she portrays this character in this film. I'm not going to spoil too much, but once you see her backstory, you're like, damn. J.K. Simmons does return for a brief moment at the beginning of the movie. Like I said, he gets killed. I mean, that's not really spoiled. They spoil it in the trailer, but he was also great for the few moments he had in this film. I do feel like, as much fun as I had with this movie, it does get a bit silly throughout the movie because, like, he that little autistic school that Christian Wolf went to, and then he has someone in the inside that he's known since he was a kid helping him, and then all of a sudden this becomes the Xavier School of gifted autistic kids. I don't mean that as an insult. Let me make that very clear. I do think that element was just cool, but at the same time, it's like, all right, this is getting a little bit silly, even for this movie. Overall, like I said, I really had a good time with this movie. I had a lot fun with this movie than I thought I would. And if they do make a part three, I actually wouldn't mind it. I'm going to see where they go with this. quite get it to a full hard eyes emoji, but I'm gonna give it just a little above a halfway hard eyes emoji. Thank you so much for watching. Have you seen The Accountant 2? If so, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.